Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. As Moses is kind of giving his last message to the Israelites before they enter into the land, he reminds the people and actually commands the people when they go into the land to stand on these two different mountains, Ebal, the mount of cursing, and then Gerizim, the mountain of blessing. And they were to pronounce these different blessings and cursings, and this would impress on their minds the need for obedience. If they obeyed the Lord, they would be blessed. If they strayed from the Lord, they would be cursed, and there would be serious consequences for that. They learned that they would be blessed if they followed the Lord in their offspring and their food, in regards to their enemies, their barns, the work of their hands, the prosperity would be dependent on their obedience. The land would be a blessing to them based on their obedience to the Lord, and then also the nation itself would be blessed. But also in cursings, they would see that their bodies would be affected if they disobeyed the Lord. The land, the nation, their family, possessions, their reputation, their mental, their minds would be affected. Their labors would be affected. They'd be affected spiritually, and they would even ultimately end up in exile if they continued in their rebellion against the Lord. And so this was, again, to really impress on them the need to obey the Lord, not to stray from Him, not to serve other gods, but to be obedient to the Lord. And as we read it, another thing that we can draw from it is just how involved God is in our lives. The fact that He is involved in so many little intricate parts of our lives. There's a lot of detail in these blessings and cursings. It shows that God is not a God who was afar off from Israel, who was just kind of watching like a security guard through a surveillance video or something. But He's actually there in the midst of them, working with them, correcting them when they go wrong, but also blessing them when they get it right. Really involved in their lives. And that's what we can have impressed on our hearts as we read these chapters. We can understand that, you know what, the God we serve is involved in our lives. And what that can do is really bolster our prayer life. To recognize that when we're praying to the Lord, we're not just praying to a God who's way off somewhere, who like maybe on the other side of a telephone call, who's way off in some other land, some other place that can't really relate with what we're going through. And no, we have a God who is involved. He's here among us, and He's living in our midst, and He's working for us on our behalf, either getting us back on track when we get off track, and encouraging us and strengthening us to go the right path. And when we submit to Him, we know that He is there for us. He's not against us. We have a God who's working out all things for our good. And that should be encouraging to us, and that should cause us to want to pray to Him, to know that He does care about the little things in our lives, or the quote unquote little things in our lives. He does care about what we're going through. And these chapters that we're reading with these blessings and cursings should show us that He knows what's going on in our lives. He's involved with what's going on in our lives, and He cares about what's going on in our lives. So let's be encouraged by that today. With that, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.